Hey guys, all right. I'm Benson Pang, broker, owner of NestMade Mortgage, here to talk to you guys today about how to win with NestMade. How do you close an escrow in 2 weeks? I'm not talking about like getting your file submitted to underwriting and then clear to close in 2 weeks. I'm talking about from getting accepted to funding the loan, getting your keys in 2 weeks. So here we go. If you haven't checked in yet, click on that that QR code, take a picture of that QR code, sign in now, give it a minute. All right, that's a quick minute. So who are we? We're NestMade Mortgage, we're the KWE's preferred lender, and we want to help your buyers buy homes. So the buyers doesn't qualify for a conventional loan, don't let that set you back. We're here to help. We have a lot of loan programs available at NestMade Mortgage. We're continually to add more lenders to our list, more loan programs to our list to help as many home buyers as possible. So meet the crew. We work in a whole team. My team is Timothy Joe, Wesley Tang, and Dawson Chung. Some of you have already worked with them before. Some of you have not. They're all amazing people. If you haven't met them, there's their contact information. Reach out to them and meet them. Reach out to me and meet me. So before I get into this 2-day escrow, I know a lot of realtors today is working on their database, trying to get more leads, looking into different techs, trying to create content, create conversation with your past client database. So HomeBot is something that we've been using for the last few years and find great success. As you know, email marketing is actually going downhill, right? Like people are not opening emails. People are not really looking at all the spam mails. There's just so many of them. But HomeBot is something that is continually gaining traction. People are looking into HomeBot. People are opening my emails. So I want to share that with you. If you look at my screen, the past 30 days, we sent out 725 emails and 609 of them opened, which is an 84%. And the amount of views, meaning people actually click into the HomeBot links, it is 330. So 45% of the people are opening up the emails. If you look at some of my buyers, who are some are also the homeowners, which I'll dive into it. It's 272 that was being sent out, 174 open, and 20 views going into these homes. All right, so what is HomeBot? Kind of did an intro. It is really a database for you and your client, for you to look into what your clients are doing and create little data points, create talking points. So man, I love data, so hopefully I can share that with you. All right, so what kind of data are we talking about? Look closely. So it has the client's home. So if your client has more than one home, or you have helped them buy more than one home, it'll be all in one place where they can see how many homes they own, how much mortgage they have owed, and then on the right side you actually go and see what kind of activity. Right, earlier I told you that they open the email, but what are they doing inside? It's all being tracked. So this is view of my home. Okay, so you guys can see my mortgage that is being scrubbed online. So Black Knight has a technology where they can put all the data into one area. You can see, me as a homeowner, I can see my current mortgages and my estimated value of my home. And you as an agent, you can actually go in and create a CMA for your client. And then on the other hand, you can also see that what kind of payments they've been making, or you as a homeowner, you see how much principal you've made, how much interest you've made. And it has other data points like, is it a good time to refinance? what kind of refinance rates are there. Obviously right now it's all red because rates have gone up. I probably had a really good interest rate, 3.25, 30-year fix, right? So when rates are getting better now, it's gonna start turning green. They're gonna start asking about mortgages, or maybe even selling a house. So again, this is a place where you can track every movement of your past clients, your buyers, everyone, every move that they're making on the website. There are more things, right? So after you buy a home, what if they want to buy an investment property? What if they want to rent out their current home and buy another one? What if they just want to sell and pocket the cash? It's all available for them to start playing with it. And when it sparks their interest, they want to start talking to you about it. That's when you swoop in and say, hey John, I see that you've been looking at this email. Let's talk a little bit more about it. It even have like a thing for you to check on how much you can rent your home on Airbnb. So they pair up with Airbnb and create that kind of data. So again, if you want this level of insight for a client, sign up with that link right there. I'll give you a moment to check it out. First 25 clients that you input is free. And then afterwards you can put in 500 people and that's $25 a month. And the reason why it's very reasonable is because you put in 25 and then I put in 25 and then we have like a collab involved. So think about the people you should add is your friends, family, your circle of influence, right? Everyone on your phone book, right? Start talking to them about it. Your past clients, the sellers who you didn't get the listing for, right? And also even current leads, current buyers. If you had bought a list of leads from before, you can load them on to HomeBot and then you can start tracking their activities. The last few months, we went over a couple of different programs like no ratio loan, DSCR loans, and we are in a very competitive market today. So how can we beat out the cash buyers? How can you help your buyers get into these homes quicker and beat out the cash offers? And if you missed the previous presentation, send me an email, send me a chat right here. I'll have Alan send you that presentation right away. So just February to March 2022, cash buyers actually increased 25% to 28%. So 28% are cash sales. So think about how are you going to at least match that level, right? When you're putting in your next offer. The housing market has become increasingly competitive for buyers. Home prices continue to rise. Mortgage rates are also lowering the buyer's purchasing power. There's an increase in cash buyer, making it harder for home buyers with a loan to get accepted. And how can you improve your buyer's chances? So what we can do is we can help your client's offer be as good as cash, be as aggressive, as attractive as possible while they're still obtaining financing, and we can get as close as possible in terms of a cash offer. So we can make your client look as good as cash. How do we do that? We do that by making your offer more competitive with timeline. We've won, in fact, with some of the agents at KWE, we have gone in offer situation where we're not top price, but we're still able to get accepted because we have a really, really competitive timeline. So what does that timeline look like? 2-week escrow, no loan contingency because we're already doing all the efforts up front. 8 days appraisal or no appraisal contingency. We're checking every offer that you guys are putting out there to see if there's an appraisal waiver. So how do we do it? We use checklist. All right, so we use checklists in our office like every day. Every morning we walk in, we have a pile of checklists and we start using it. We use it to get to pre-approve people. right? So we came up with a second level pre-approval. So next. When we're pre-approving a client, they go through credit, income, and assets, right? Some very, very basic questions that we ask. How much are you buying? What is your income? What is your credit? How much do you have in the bank? Where's the down payment coming from? What's the cash to close gonna be? So, and we verify it using your bank statements, we verify using your pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns, and then and we pull your credit, right? So that's our level one. We're not asking the deep questions. What we're starting to do is our level two pre-approval, which we get into this checklist and check every single box. Like, who's going to be at the signing table? Is there gift fund? Is there 401k involved? Let's start getting that terms of withdrawal out. So we're going deep diving into what the needs list is with your client. So this way, we're no longer getting any surprises from the underwriter. We underwrite the files ourselves. Again, we're asking for everything in a standard pre-approval. Once we have our pre-approval letter, your buyers are going shopping with it. In the meantime, we're actually sending the entire loan to the underwriter and cross all the T's, dot all the I's, and iron all the kinks out. Once you find your buyer's dream home, get into escrow, it's all smooth sailing because the loan's already done. So the reason why we started doing this is because we've already seen your buyer's financials and we know it's gonna be a solid file, right? Now we just need to convince the seller and their agents to that your client is golden, your client's solid. A cash buyer needs about 10 days to close escrow, and we can come pretty close with that. 14 calendar days, not 14 business days, 14 calendar days. That's pretty darn close. No loan contingency, right? We're removing the biggest piece of the puzzle, which is the loan. Like we're no longer gonna have any loan problems, and which is also the number one reason for escrow delays today. Number two reason is falling out. So reassuring the sellers that this is going to be an easy file by removing the loan contingency is our top priority because the file is already underwritten, it's already approved. All right, so if your borrower is okay with it, we can go ahead and remove all the appraisal contingency too for a stronger offer, and you can talk to us about it. There is something called appraisal gap insurance, which is really mortgage insurance, and dive deeper in that. If not, we can get appraisal back in 7 to 8 days or sooner. All right, help us help you guys. If you want to get your buyer's offer accepted, have us help you. We would love to discuss with your buyers to see how we can make that an added benefit. Use us as your competitive advantage. Let us help you. When we're doing this level two, when we're doing this 15-day escrow, everyone needs to be on board, right? All hands on deck. I have my loan partner, you got me, I got a processor one, processor two. We're all looking into this file. So all hands on deck, and that means you're gonna have to help me as well. So how can you help me? There's no time to dawdle. Escrow is lagging, well, title is lagging, seller is lagging. We need your help to get them moving, right? You get into escrow is one thing. Once you get into escrow, there are all these moving parts. So we need to schedule everything right away. So having the right people on your phone book is key. What I would do today is go on your favorites list and start deleting people you don't talk to anymore and add people that is part of that team, right? I know seller picks the escrow, I know seller picks the title, but what you can do is you can add the termite company on your phone book, on their favorites, you can add your home inspection, you can add my phone number on your favorites. So everyone needs to be dialed by a finger, like you just call them right away and get these things set up. So is the buyer getting cold feet or chasing that unicorn rate from 2020? Now is not the time. We're talking about let's get them into a house first. We can figure the rest out later. We need to get escrow, title documents on day one, get the appraisal going as soon as possible. This is not the time for the listing agent to go on vacation. It's not the time for you to go on vacation either. This is go time. 15 days and then you can go on vacation. Some of the questions we asked in advance, remember that checklist? Are the clients going to be in town to sign? Are the clients going to be available for signing at one location? In some of the WeChat, some people are talking about like, oh my God, my client's in a different state. We actually have a client that was from North Carolina, I think, and they're moving out here. So half the spouses over there and half of them is here, and they have to sign in one location. We didn't ask that question at that time. We learned from that lesson that, hey, let's find out, are they gonna be in the same location? If not, we gotta put them in the same location or use a lender that allows that to happen. All right, so is the home insurance policy ready? Put that on your phone book, right? Hey client, you can use your insurance guy, whatever it is, right? But here is mine, and they're going to respond to me right away. They're gonna give me a quote right away. They're gonna give me a EOI right away. So we need things right away. Our stocks, 401k, crypto, all liquidated, because we're gonna need that to be liquidated. We don't have 7 days for it to liquidate and then seven days to wire into your account. So we're going to prep the client all up front. And again, 15-day escrow, it's monumental, guys. It is not, it's not like you walk in the park where, oh, today I'm gonna close a deal in 15 days. It's all about mindset. It's all in your head, in the client's head, and we need to get them ready. So as long as we can get everyone in the correct mindset, this is gonna be easy, right? We're all used to a 30-day escrow. 15-day, imagine you as a first-time home buyer, you're learning from nothing. You're learning from a piece of white paper, and you're trying to get from A to Z and learn all that in 15 days. That's not gonna be possible. We prep the client up front before they get into escrow, right? We ask for their commitment up front. With some of the real estate agents that I've worked with, that's the last thing we want to do is prep the client and then they go to an open house and end up going with a listing agent. So prep the client, get their commitment, and then get their mindset ready. The rest will be easy. All right, kind of rushed through this. I know you guys have a lot of questions. Any questions? I would love to hear. Thank you for your support. This is a PowerPoint, so let me know if you want this PowerPoint. We can create flyers. I have my amazing Diane here who can help you create different flyers, email templates. We can get together and discuss how we can strategize and partner up. Got a question right here.
You said that you have many loan programs and you continue to add more, right?
Yes.
Does every lender or mortgage broker have access to your programs?
So Wayne asked a really great question. He asked, so earlier I mentioned that we have, in NestMade, we have a lot of different loan programs, and we're continuing to add more every single day. New lenders, new programs. Every time I hear someone who has a success story, because I'm on the board on a lot of different groups, so I hear a lot of different ways to gain more clients. So we strategically partner up with different lenders to offer more programs for your clients. So as a broker, that's something that I can do. We work with 28 different lenders. That also means that each lender has a couple of programs. That's hundreds of programs available to your client. I can't speak about other mortgage brokers. I know some lenders, they like when you walk into a big bank, they can only offer their programs. We used to think that way. We used to want to just be good at conventional loan, but hey, as we get more different types of clients walking in, we want to be able to be your one-stop shop. So if you have a conventional loan, you have a investor, you have a client who's out of state, out of country, we want to be able to help. So NestMade is really a place that you can send your client to, and it's a one-stop shop place.
I have a question.
Yes.
Aside from your good looks and your charm, what makes you guys stand out from other, lender brokers?
So aside of my good looks and how charming I am, I would say just being diverse, right? As a lender, as someone who's in this community to try to serve the people, the borrowers, the home buyers, we're trying to solve a problem, right? As a loan officer with an engineering background, my duty is to solve problems. So whenever I get a problem file, it excites me. I go, how can I solve this problem file or this client, find a solution for the client. So what makes us stand out is we're always there to help your client. We'll never say no to your client. The answer is always yes. Let's figure how can we do it together.
Sometimes it's as little as like 2 points on a credit score that they need to pay off.
Yep. So Wayne brought up a good point is some other things, like little things like your credit score is 698, right? And for us, after we pre-approve the client, we don't just go, okay, go buy a house. We actually look through the file and say, all right, your credit score is 698. How do we get it to 700? How do we get it to 730 so you can get the best interest rate? How do we get it to 760? In fact, we give them a long-term plan afterwards so then they can continue to improve their credit score. All right. So again, guys, use our tech. Curb Hero is a digital open house sign-in app. We talked about it last time. We experienced it last time. In fact, if you haven't signed in yet, use that QR code. It is part of Curb Hero. Use our link to sign up. I don't get a dime from it. In fact, I pay for you to have this app. It is completely free. Bring it to your next open house. Capture the leads. Use the built-in verification and background information. It pulls in the client's LinkedIn profile so you can add them on LinkedIn. It is a touchless sign-in option with a QR code. So use that. HomeBot, we just talked about that today. Use it to convert your closed buyers or closed sellers and become a lifetime client with them. Become their advisor, right? So you can track your client's equity. It will even tell you how likely are them that they're gonna sell their house. It'll alert that if the client is thinking to buy again. So look into both apps. All right, well, thank you so much guys for your time. Save my contact information. That's my Blink contact card. You can scan it, you can click on the link. It's in the chat box. Save that information, save me on your phone, put it in your favorites. Thank you.
Thanks for all the food, Benson.
Awesome.
I like it. Thank you.
Thanks,
Lobster.
Benson.
Thank you, Benson.